Hello there and welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I'm your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. And today, a departure from the norm. I'm going to do a beverage review on an alcoholic drink, which has been entirely inspired by one of the viewers of the channel who watched a video I did some while ago called the 10 things that I can't live without. And one of the 10 things that I chose for my I can't live without list was in fact a bottle of Canadian Club whiskey. And one of the kind subscribers wrote to me and said, if you like Canadian Club, which is a blended whiskey, I suggest you up your game and try a bottle of Monkey Shoulder, which is also a blended whiskey but with a bit of a difference. So here we are today. I've not tasted this yet. This is a virgin bottle. This is going to be my first impression and my first taste of Monkey Shoulder. Well, before we delve into the tasting, which is the bit I'm particularly looking forward to today, as ever, I like to look back into the origin story of the brand. Where did it come from? What's the ethos behind it? Well, this is not a difficult one because this bottle of Monkey Shoulder whiskey was created by the Wm Grants Distillers Company. Now, Wm Grants is one of those really traditional distillers which has been in existence in Scotland since 1887, and it is still 100% family owned by the Grants family. I believe they're in 6th generation of family ownership and control. So you've got a company which has been around a long time, which is steeped in history. And in fact, their portfolio of brands, which they also produce, there'll be some names that you're familiar with. Glenfiddich is one of their premium brands, and that's my mother's favourite whiskey and always has been, so delighted to see that's one of theirs. Their eponymous brand is Wm Grants whiskey itself, Grants whiskey. Not at the top end, you know, in the sort of bottom shelf of the whiskey world, but still they're very well known for that. They also make Drambuie, which I believe is a favourite of Her Majesty the Queen. And not content with whiskies, they also make some rums and also Hendrick's gin, which if you're familiar with gin, Hendrick's is also a well-known name. So they've been around a while, and Monkey Shoulder is one of their brands. Now this little whiskey, Monkey Shoulder, and we'll talk about that name in a minute, is a relatively new addition to such a long heritage company as Wm Grants. It was created or brought to the market in 2005, and from what I can gather, it is an attempt to bring whiskey into the more modern era. Because if you think about it, you know, whiskey, its image is very much of perhaps more mature people enjoying it for its flavour and its rich accords of taste. Whereas, you know, it's not really something that a younger person would typically order when they went into a bar or a nightclub. You know, and I think whiskey has enviously looked at the way that gin has rebranded itself in the last sort of decade, becoming this young, hip and trendy drink. And Monkey Shoulder is perhaps Wm Grants' attempt at taking itself towards that younger element and making itself more attractive to people who want perhaps a more trendy alcoholic beverage.
What you're looking at right here is the world's ultimate mixing whiskey. Brian Kinsman's the master of small batch blending, and he's been matchmaking different Speyside single malts for years, just for us. What you get is rich, vibrant, full of fruity aromas and mellow vanilla notes. This is Monkey Shoulder whiskey.
Now, Monkey Shoulder is clearly marketed as a mixing whiskey rather than a sipping whiskey. What do I mean by that? Well, you know, your sipping whiskey is where you would just drink the whiskey neat or perhaps over ice just to get the flavours and all of the accords of taste which come through those quality distilling processes. Whereas Monkey Shoulder is very much marketed as a mixing whiskey, something you would have in a cocktail where you perhaps don't want to use a much more expensive and complex tasting whiskey. So that's where this comes from. And it is in fact a blended whiskey opposed to being a single malt. So a single malt would be a whiskey which is made from just one ingredient, malt barley. Whereas, you know, this is made from several different whiskies added together to give us the flavour experience that we're going to taste. Many blended whiskies are actually an amalgam of different types of whiskey. They're grain whiskey, they're malt whiskey, which does affect the flavour. But Monkey Shoulder very much markets the fact that it is a blended malt whiskey. So it's a higher quality whiskey. And they even name the original malts which went into the Monkey Shoulder blend. And it does include, you know, some of the more elite brands like Glenfiddich and some of the other brands which are also within the Wm Grant portfolio. So even though it's a blended whiskey, it's a quality whiskey. And, you know, whereas I know many whiskey aficionados would see the word blended and turn their nose up, actually that's not appropriate. And it's also worth mentioning that this is a very modestly priced whiskey. I purchased this bottle £27 from my local Waitrose supermarket. So it's definitely, you know, middle shelf, towards the bottom middle shelf when it comes to whiskies. Definitely not on that top shelf with the expensive single malts. So it's an approachable whiskey from the financial point of view and from the impression that it tries to give us potential whiskey drinkers. Okay, and before we come to the bit that I'm really interested in, tasting it, the name, Monkey Shoulder. What's all that about? There is an actual reason why it's called that. And it goes back to the distilling process. So in the creation of these fine whiskies, it is necessary for people within the manufacturing process, historically, to constantly turn the malt barley to make sure that it doesn't dry out or whatever they needed to do that for. And that constant, repetitive, quite manual process used to cause an injury of the shoulder, which within the industry they refer to as monkey shoulder. A bit like, you know, people would refer to tennis elbow or something like that. So that's where the name comes from, and that's why it's called Monkey Shoulder. And when we look at the bottle, we will see 3 monkeys displayed on the shoulder of the bottle, and that indicates the 3 whiskies which came together to make the original blend. And that's the whiskies of Balvenie, Kynivey and Glenfiddich. So that's what the 3 monkeys are all about. So here's the bit that I'm really looking forward to, tasting this wonderful whiskey. And I'm going to do this in 2 ways. I'm going to taste it neat in a glass on its own, nothing else in there, so I can get the aromas and the flavours with nothing permeating it. Then I'm going to taste it in my normal way. So I'm going to put it into another glass over ice with a bit of orange and with some orange flavoured tonic water, just so I get how I would normally taste this. So let's get to it. I normally do these reviews with fragrances, so it's nice to be trying something different. Okay, let's give this a go. So just a little bit to give me an indication of what it's actually like. Right, first time ever, here we go. Well, the nose, as I believe proper samplers will tell you, is quite mild. It's not, I mean, you can tell it's a whiskey immediately, but there's an oakiness to it, a slight sweetness to it as well. It smells quite mellow and quite mild, so it doesn't sound as if it's going to be too unpleasant to taste, and that's what comes next. Well, you certainly get that whiskey hit. And yeah, it has a certain pleasantness to it for sure. Excuse me. It's obviously better than I thought. It is quite mild. It is quite mellow. I do detect some vanilla, some sweetness, almost honey-ish nature. Now the bottle tells me that I should be smelling zesty orange, vanilla honey and spiced oak, and I should be tasting mellow vanilla with spicy hints. So, do I concur? Well, I'm not really getting much in the way of zesty orange. either on the nose or the palate. But I would agree with vanilla and honey and a certain mildness which makes it really enjoyable. So, do you know what? Even though I said this is a whiskey which is definitely directed at your mixing rather than your neat drinking, that, once you get over the initial hurdle, I'm not a big whiskey drinker, but that was absolutely delightful. So, how I would normally drink this, let's give you my real world experience. So, of course, it's whiskey, a cut crystal glass is necessary. Within, there is an ice cube. So, good start. I'm also going to mix my whiskey with, today it's some Fentimans Classic Valencian orange tonic water. So I often have soda water, but tonic water, nice little flavour. Let's be honest, it's all about enjoyment. So let's get some whiskey in there. Plenty of it, it's rather nice, a little bit more. Why not? Let's enjoy the moment. And now let's put some tonic water in there as well. Oops, there we go. To see how that tastes. Oh yes. And a little bit of orange. Just, they say zesty orange, so let's enhance that flavour. Give that a moment. I should have bought a little swizzle stick, but I neglected to do so. Finger is good enough. Okay, let's give it a try. This is what it's all about. Oh my God. I have just found a new item for my top 10 things that I can't live without. I need to try that again. That is good. That is nicer than my usual Canadian Club. Why? It is very mild, I have to say. I mean, I put a good slug of whiskey in there and it's not overbearing at all. I get the nuances of the flavour though. I mean, obviously it's going to be a slightly orange imbued flavour now because I've got a slice of orange in there, and my tonic water is Valencian orange flavoured, but that works perfectly. And I chose these flavours because I knew, I'd read the bottle and it said zesty orange was present. That honey and vanilla sweetness, it comes across in the glass like that. That is refreshing. It's not harsh, it's mellow, and that's exactly the sort of approachable flavour that I look for in a whiskey. I don't want something which is going to take my breath away and be so strong or overbearing that I'm not going to enjoy it. I would imagine any cocktail which you might think of adding whiskey to, this is going to be a really great additive or addition which will work perfectly. That is so nice, I have to say. That's me for the evening now. What can possibly go wrong? I'm in the woods, nobody knows I'm here, and I've got a full bottle of whiskey and an orange, some soda water, and some more ice cubes as well. So I'm done for the day, I can assure you of that. So yeah, my overall review. What's my summary of the monkey shoulder experience? Superb. It's very modestly priced. I remind you, it's about £27, and as ever when it comes to buying alcoholic beverage, if you're lucky you can pick it up on a deal somewhere. I've been told it can be found between £20 to £25 if you're fortunate. If you find it at that price, it's going to be a steal. Whether you like a sipping whiskey, don't forget this is blended, but it is blended malt whiskey. So it's towards certainly the top end of any blended whiskies you're going to find there. It's definitely an approachable level of whiskey for you. It's not strong, overbearing. The flavour accords are not going to catch you out. This is something which is pleasing, modest, something you can sit back in the early evening of the English countryside and savour. Which is my intention once I turn the camera off. So yeah, there you go. Thank you so very much for giving me the suggestion to try this monkey shoulder. It's been a winner and it's joining the collection, I can assure you of that. So thank you for joining me today here in the woods with this bottle of whiskey. You can see what's happening for the rest of the day. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope I've given you some insights into my enjoyment of this particular beverage, which I'm sure will be refreshing. why not give it a try yourself? So, if you've enjoyed, why not give us a thumbs up? And certainly click the subscribe button as well. That way you won't miss any of our future reviews. If you've enjoyed this beverage review, let me know, because if it has been something which has been beneficial to you, I will include many more in the future. Believe me, nothing will give me more pleasure than trying different alcoholic beverages here in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, until the next time, take care of yourselves, and I will see you again very soon.